have no power here, Gandalf the Grey.
I will draw you, Saruman, as poison is drawn from a wound.
Wait.
If I go, Theoden dies. You did not kill me. You will not kill him. Rohan is mine. Be gone.
"You have no power here," said Saruman to Gandalf. And then Gandalf revealed himself to be Gandalf the White and drove out the evil spirit of Saruman. Now, that was one of my favourite clips from Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. And there is an interesting parallel to be made between that Lord of the Rings clip and the situation in the wild meta. We have Questline Warlock being a nuisance for us Shadowwalk players who've been patient, waiting for Blizzard to do something, to do anything to slow down Seedlock or Questline Warlock. Well, up till now, the nerfs that Blizzard have brought out have not been effective at all. They've not slowed Warlock down. If anything at all, it feels like Warlock has just got more efficient at completing its quest quicker. Turn 4 quest completion. Absolutely ridiculous. But today, something changed. I experienced a miracle. A first time experience for me after weeks and weeks of frustration since the expansion was released. It's felt like a lifetime. I played this Shadowwalk deck and I had the best game of Hearthstone that I've ever played. Now that is high praise, is it not? How could I attribute such praise to one game? A game that lasted 4 minutes and 25 seconds. But clearly, this Shadowwalk deck did something miraculous. I played this deck, and like Gandalf in that clip, I felt like I had all of the power, just for a moment. You see, Gandalf appeared seemingly powerless as Gandalf the Grey. He then revealed himself to be Gandalf the White. Saruman had not planned for this, did not expect it, did not know how to stop Gandalf. The reveal by Gandalf was awe-inspiring, shocking, unexpected. A flash of brilliant white light, and the tables were turned. And in that moment, Gandalf had all of the power. He was the one in charge. After playing this deck, that is exactly how I felt. Just for a moment. I was in charge. I had performed a miracle. I held all the cards. Quite literally. One moment of fleeting power. I knew it wouldn't last. But for that moment, I felt like I was on top of the world. Unstoppable. Unbreakable. Now, I've really hyped this up, haven't I? You're all expecting some kind of epic 1 hour game full of twists and turns. No, this was a game that lasted 4 minutes and 25 seconds. 7 years of playing Hearthstone, and this was really my best game of Hearthstone ever? Well, yes, it was. Watch the footage of the game and you will see what I mean. Believe in the Shadowwalk. Believe in the power of this deck to perform the occasional miracle when called upon. So, let's have a look at DustyScales' Reno Shaman deck in action on the Wild Mode ladder. And our opponent is a Seedlock. Now, normally when I face a Seedlock or a Questline Warlock, I concede. I don't waste my time. If you've been watching my previous videos, you'll know that I just concede and move on. But I thought, let's just play this game out, let's see what happens. And if it feels like I'm going to lose, I will just concede. So we've got two on-curve plays here, pretty decent. There's a watch post. So a bit of taxation applied to the Warlock here. Make their cards a little bit more expensive. Make them pay their taxes. Okie Jack, if you're watching this, you would be proud, right? Seeing this watch post in action. Yeah, they want to get rid of that watch post. They don't want to be taxed anymore.
Break it, you buy it.
And at this point, I'm just going through the motions. I know I have no chance of winning. They'll complete their quest line and I'll just lose. So I'm just going through the motions. Vault Steel looks fun here. But both of those cards are not going to help me. That's unfortunate. But their Librarian there, a little bit more expensive. Making that Warlock pay their taxes. Continuing with their questline progression. And this is ridiculous. They pay 1 mana for the Crystallizer, and it gives them 5 points of progression on their questline. Ridiculous. Anyway, we just continue on curve plays. We are awaiting the inevitable when they complete their questline and we just lose the game. It's turn 5. Is this the turn they complete the questline? 1 more point to go. Oh bloody hell! They played Dirty Rat. Hilarious. You see, Dirty Rat is what I need to pull their Tamsin for when they complete their quest, but I have no Dirty Rat in hand. It's still in my deck. Usually Dirty Rat would be your one hope at beating Questline Warlock. Your one and only hope. However, I've had a thought. I've got a lot of damage on this board. The lurker below is leading the way. There's 12 damage on board. And they are damaging themselves down to 13. And I have Zephyrus in hand to make up the additional point of damage. This is lethal. This is lethal. I had to stop to think about it for just a moment. But wow, this was lethal. And we'll do it in style with Windspeaker on the lurker below. The lurker below with Wind Fury. Glorious! Absolutely glorious, and they conceded. They couldn't give me that moment. They couldn't give me the full moment of killing them. So, was that really my best game of Hearthstone ever? Hell yeah! That was my first time beating Seedlock with Shadowwalk Shaman. I did it through board pressure. And that was unbelievable for me. I think the taxing that I did at the start through Watch Post may have stopped an earlier questline completion. But for me, this was a big time achievement. This was my Hearthstone miracle. And I don't care what happens on Tuesday with the nerfs. I've achieved my miracle for the year. Now, who is responsible for me experiencing this miracle? It is of course DustyScales, also known as Agrius. He is part of the For Doomhammer Shaman Discord server. He is the deck author. You, sir, are a legend and you rock. This deck list is something that he had put together in preparation for Tuesday's nerfs. So let's see what happens on Tuesday. Let's see if Blizzard can do something positive for the wild community. And if nothing positive happens, then well, that's fine. I've experienced my miracle today. That makes me happy. If nothing positive happens on Tuesday, then well, maybe it's time for a change with what I play. Maybe. Let's see. So until next time, please stay safe, please look after yourselves, and as always, please be good to one another.